Yes, it is.
Action.
And Nick, do you want to jump in with the action? Seeing how they each did their own
Guys?
individual.
Does anyone else just like look at Corey and just want to talk smack to him continually? Or is that just me?
Wow. It's universal. Universal theme for sure. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fit Society Better Together podcast. Today we have Coach Nick on here. Why, you ask? We don't know. We're trying to figure that out.
No idea.
Everybody else said no.
Me too.
So we have him. But this is what we call our Coach's Corner. You guys heard the last one with Rachel. I'm sure nobody will listen to this one. But we're going to interview Nick anyways.
I'm hoping for 4 listeners. You said last time you had 3 on hers, so I want a 4th.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll probably lose listeners. I probably won't even listen to it.
I'm not expecting you to.
Yeah. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go round robin. We're going to find out a little bit about Coach Nick today, his likes, his dislikes, how he got into fitness, how he got into Fit Society, what he's doing, and all that sort of jazz. So be prepared to hear him talk and tell his story and listen to us not talk because you hear enough of us.
They're so enthused. They're so
Kick
enthused.
it off, dude.
Definitely.
Actually, how are you guys? MJ,
I'm great. How are you, Corey?
Fantastic.
I'm good, man. Thanks for asking. You well?
I am well.
Good.
Cassidy, how's Montana? Are you still in Montana?
I am in Montana as we speak. We had a great thunderstorm and we needed it dearly. So it rained for a good 5 hours yesterday, which is phenomenal. But today it's beautiful. It's nice, beautiful outside.
It just got done raining here too.
Where are you right now, MJ?
What's that?
Are you back in Arizona?
Yeah, I'm in the zona. I'm in the zona now. Was in the Seattle, now in the zona.
Yes.
I was halfway through mowing my lawn when it started to rain. I was like, nice. This is great.
The one time.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll kick it off. So, Coach Nick, why don't you start at the beginning? And obviously, you know, I think probably most of our members know you. I would imagine you have good exposure in the mornings and evenings,
I hope so.
full time with us. But why don't you introduce us by starting and just telling your story of like how you even got into fitness in the first place?
Okay, cool. Yep, like they said, my name is Nick Watson. Also to many of the Fit Society members, Adam Levine, #2, or stunt double. I kind of look at my fitness journey as starting when I was younger. Was really into sports, loved playing them. Didn't take my fitness seriously for them though. I like to think of myself as I was very gifted and wasted it. So that reason I say that is because that what drove me in later as I got into my 20s, still being a very skinny and scrawny individual, wanted to get bigger, didn't want to be the skinny, scrawny guy, and started going into the gym and started realizing how much effort and consistency that people needed to put into to be able to see results. And so that's really kind of what started driving me into wanting to just be in the gym in itself. Which then in turned into me hopping into a more of a functional fitness gym rather than the regular 24-hour, like I feel like a lot of people kind of start at. I just didn't know what I was doing, got into somewhere, had people start coaching me, which I loved that feeling. I liked someone kind of being able to guide me in the way that I wanted to be guided, but they would listen to me when I would say that I wanted to go in a different direction. So that's kind of how I transpired into, I don't know if I'd call it coaching, but I was helping people with different things. I picked up some movements faster than other folks. And so people would grab me after classes and just ask me to help them with different movements. And I just kind of started from there. I started helping people out. The owner started taking notice of the gym that I was at, actually in Montana. So I asked Cassidy about if he was still there. Shout out to Montana. And so led me into just kind of coaching. He asked me if I wanted to go and get my CrossFit level 1, which I then went and did, and just kind of started from there, coaching and jumping around, and ended up moving here to Arizona and stopping in at Fit Society. Still here, still rocking.
How long were you coaching in Montana?
I think it was a year maybe that I coached up there,
Okay.
if even that.
And then how long have you been with us now?
I think I'm at a year and a half.
Okay.
Coming up on 2 years, somewhere around in there.
Okay. Tell us about that experience as a coach. inside our community, and more specifically, some of the things you've learned and then felt like that you've turned around and been able to teach others in return?
Yeah. So the big kind of thing is the development of people outside of classes. I think classes are a great way of getting individuals in. It's a great community driven way. And a lot of people need that sort of connection when they go in and they start their fitness journey. But the really kind of neat thing with Fit Society was we take people outside of just the class with seminars. We do events, we do personal training, we do so much more than just running a class. And I think people really thrive and develop a lot quicker with those avenues to be able to go down, to where if they want to pull you aside and try and do something, you're actually really wanting to help develop that person, and find out the why they want to do that thing, rather than just they tell you in a class and you're like, yeah, go try some in the middle of the class and clap your hands and that's it. We really are there to kind of develop and be able to find out more interesting reasons of why people might want to do something, rather than just sending them off to kind of practice and do things on their own. So that's been super cool to get to grow personally.
Awesome.
Boys, you want to jump in with any questions for Mr. Nick?
Yeah, sure. Coming into coaching, from like kind of an internal resource as opposed to being an outside individual walking into a community. Man, how did you handle that? Because that's kind of tough, walking into an environment that you don't really know anybody. We've got a lot of people that go to the gym that have been going there for quite a while. And we've got some coaches that have been there for quite a while. And so walking in, being the new guy, how did you first look at it? And were there, any challenges that you can offer up to other people that maybe are looking at this as an opportunity, and kind of give us a little bit insight of that?
Yeah, so the funny kind of thing is I was actually just scrolling on Instagram one night, couldn't sleep, wasn't working in fitness at the moment, had actually just quit at a gym, and was doing a desk job that I really didn't enjoy doing. Came across Fit Society on Instagram and was looking at some of the pictures and was like, man, the Instagram is put together well. The gym in itself from pictures looks really well put together, and thought I just wanted to reach out. So I went on to the website, went through, I think at the time you guys had a link for coaches to kind of click and reach out to if you wanted to coach at Fit Society.
Right.
And so it was kind of funny because that was probably 3 or 4 in the morning. And I think it was like 7 a.m. Suddenly I get a text message from this Corey, and he's wanting to talk to me and reaching out. And so I'm chatting with him, going back and forth for quite a while. And everything just kind of seemed to kind of connect really well with you guys. Which I still like to tell the story that, at least according to MJ, one of the first that he actually had to pitch to come in to work with Fit Society, I started getting a little hesitant, just more, I think, on me personally, thinking if I was ready to go back into it. And so he actually called me on the phone while I was working at my job in the middle of the night. And so I just kind of got up, walked right away from my desk, took the phone call out in the parking lot. Gosh, I think we spent like an hour and a half just like BSing on the phone. And, it just kind of made it seem a lot more personal rather than just somewhere that wanted to just bring in coaches and, didn't really seem to care. So that was kind of my first thing, was like, oh yeah, I want to go into this place and I want to check it out. And so I was,
we were desperate for sure.
What a dick thing to say.
Needed someone so bad.
We were so desperate. Corey, I spent a whole hour with this guy.
So desperate.
Oh man.
No, that's legit.
I got to come in. I got to kind of experience firsthand the big thing we like to do of connecting someone that's new in the class with a seasoned member.
Right.
And so I got Caitlin, if she listens, shout out Caitlin. She knows the day we had handstand walks, and she was trying to be super nice, and I just kicked up and started handstand walking in front of her, and she was like, who the hell is this guy? So, but the connection was there, right? It really set, like, it was really cool having someone that I was introduced to. I kind of had a hand-in-hand person to take the class with. And then it just kind of turned more and more into so many things that I knew I could grow from coming into Fit Society rather than staying in my comfort zone.
Awesome.
And then I know I've said it a million times of the coaches that come in, and I think that every gym should really honestly have this, is the grading sheet that you guys do. And I swear that Corey just gave me a low grade just to make me mad. But Corey gave me like the lowest grade out of all of them. And I was super pissed. But at the same time, I was so happy because no one had ever done that to me before. And so seeing things like you were yelling and the music was really loud, I don't think anyone heard you. So I would not have think of that. I'm a loud guy. I think that everyone can hear me no matter what. So it was like little things that it felt like nitpicking, but those are really precise to delivering the best class that you can. And that was, I mean, from there I was sold. Nowhere else did that. I wanted to learn and become better through knowing that something like that, where coaches are going to actually continue to make you grow rather than just staying where you're at.
That's awesome. And, just so you know, Corey failed me, I think at least minimum 3.
Yeah,
might have been 4 times.
I think that's the number. I think he does 3. I think he likes 3s.
Yeah. So
it's just like a pressure point pain threshold. It's like just how much pain can they take? Yeah. And then right before you're about to crack, we're like, all right, we'll pass you.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll let him go.
Yeah. I don't know what you guys are talking about, man. I came in. I think MJ gave me a 10 out of 10 first class. Literally just
the one and only that's ever done it.
Was that while you were interning, apparently?
Played, dude.
You were not getting paid.
Yeah. Nick, tell me, so I mean, obviously you have a couple different passions outside of just group coaching. You run the men's barbell club. You got a bunch of teenage athletes. You got some adult athletes. You do some nutrition stuff. Tell me kind of how you went down some of those pathways, maybe like the barbell stuff, the nutrition, and the teenage athlete stuff. And then kind of why it makes you so passionate about it. Like what drives you to learn more about that, teach people about that, and help them grow through their journey?
Yeah. So I'll start with the teens, because quite honestly, they're probably have become my biggest passion for it, which I really didn't have much work with teens until I actually got to Fit Society. And quite honestly, I mean, they're the future. And so I see it as being able to help guide them. And I remember being really lost as a teen myself. So I feel like I can connect with them in that aspect where they're trying to figure so much out. You just have a lot of pressure on you at that age, especially it seems like out here for kids in sports. I mean, I came from a small town, so it's like you pretty much make the team when you're playing in Montana. There's no like cuts and all that stuff. So out here, it seems a lot more cutthroat, which, for kids out here, it's awesome because the ones that truly have a passion and want to develop for it are the ones that are coming in and looking for that guidance. And so just being able to help them, guide them through that, let them know that, hey, you might have had a bad game or a bad workout or whatever, and things are going to continue on from there. That's not the end all be all. It's what we can learn from those mistakes that's actually going to make you a better athlete, better overall person, and allow you to mature just beyond what anyone else can. And so that's kind of become my really big thing with the teens, and helping them just develop in whatever aspect that they want to. So that's been really cool to get to connect with them. The weightlifting was kind of just cool. I mean, like Rachel had said in the last one, she started a women's barbell. I kind of thought, hey, why don't the bros have a barbell? We're guys, we like to throw some weights around. And so I just wanted to start. Yeah, I wanted to start the group, get the guys together. I like to hang with fellas and, just kind of kick it. We like to do a little chat session at the end. We always give like the last 15 minutes where we just kind of sit down and BS with each other about whatever we want to. But it really kind of started with wanting to make sure that people were doing technical lifts, like the Olympic lifts, the clean and jerk and the snatch, and feeling comfortable doing them. I wouldn't say that everyone probably needs to, but I think a lot of people want to. Just because it gives that sense of confidence. And I think that's what most people are really kind of looking for. You want to confidently be able to go up and lift a weight that's on the bar. And what that does for someone just personally, I think, is beyond measures of like what many other things can do for someone. So that's what
I wouldn't even say confidence, dude. I've seen some of your before and afters. Dude, you got dudes like PR and clean and jerks by 50 pounds over a 12-week cycle or something like that. It's freaking insane.
It's been very awesome, and I've been very lucky, I think, with the individuals that I've gotten to work with personally. I mean, it's really them. I'm kind of just there pointing things out. They're putting in the work, and so I'm very lucky with who I've gotten to work with for sure.
Nick,
Awesome.
we asked Rachel when we had her on, she's been here going on 10 years. What is one of the biggest either mistakes or misguided efforts that she sees out of working with either individuals in class or clients on a one-on-one basis? And she discussed the importance of goal setting, which in our VOPA system would be the objectives, and going through and why are those objectives important to you? What would you say after your experience in Montana coaching and how that kind of grew organically, and then shifting the gears and being here for a year and a half? I'm a member right now. I'm listening. You got the floor. Tell me something that I need to hear, not that I want to hear, with respect to like knowing what you know now as a coach. What do you wish your members or clients, whether they're athletes or adults, go down whatever rabbit trail you want, like what do you wish you could tell them that you think would be the most impactful thing that they could do or know about to progress them to achieve their idea of holistic health?
So the first thing that comes to mind is just mastering the basics. I think people skip the basics so frequently and just end up looking for we're in a society where they want the faster, they want the results now. And so I think that mastering the basics is big, whether you're talking nutrition, whether you're talking, any sort of movement, just in general of working through the class. The basics are what's going to end up being able to build you the platform to then proceed and see those results. And then I would say consistency, just kind of finding what consistency means for you. Because I think that really is individualized, and being able to build what that consistency is for you and what you're willing to, I want to say give up, but you kind of have to have areas that you're willing to sacrifice to be able to get the results that you want. So you're not going to get a 6-pack and probably eat like garbage consistently, right? You're going to have to give something up to be able to achieve those. So what you're willing to sacrifice to be able to get there, and find that. You don't want to make yourself miserable. And I think that's what people do, especially with like a quick fix challenge or something. They give everything up and they find it's not sustainable. So I think finding that sustainable consistency for yourself is what I would tell most people they need to just be able to develop. And then kind of sticking with the VOPA, which I know is kind of our big thing, and has been super cool for me, which I've actually had a couple members actually print theirs off and give them to me, which has been even beyond what I thought it was even going to be. So it's even cooler to see now. But I think that people stress about the outcome more than obsessing over the process. And so I think that that's kind of the big thing, is I would focus more on the process rather than the outcome. And you'll see the results, whatever they might be. And you might even end up changing your outcome, just finding yourself more and more through that process. So
Awesome.
That's kind of some big things I think that most people could look at.
I think what's funny is that I'm sure people listen to this podcast and hear us say the exact things you say: master the basics, don't get bored with the basics, consistency, consistency, consistency. And they probably just think like, these three freaking guys literally just talk about the most boring crap. Like, tell me about the bells and whistles. Tell me about like what German volume training program I need to get on to PR my back
secret
spot.
pill I can have.
Yep.
Yeah, it's nice
Exactly.
to just have like you and Rachel consistently come on here, and a lot of other fitness professionals that we respect just spew those exact same things. Master the basics,
400 pounds right now.
Yeah, it's not happening. There's a timeline.
Pill somewhere.
Yeah, you focus on the basics and hit that, you're golden.
Yeah, man, the basics will get you there. I promise. I'm definitely a product of it, I think.
It's awesome. That's awesome.
That just means we have good synergy, guys. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Yeah.
What about maybe just hit us with what do you love about your job the most? And I'll just say your job open-ended.
Yeah. So I like helping people realize that they have more confidence than they think. I think a lot of people, myself included, like I kind of previously mentioned, coming into the gym, I was really kind of, I think, seeking confidence. And I think a lot of people come in for a very similar reason when they come into a gym, whether they're brand new or if they had to change the gym, they're still coming in and kind of looking for a new confidence because you're going into a new gym. So you have to build that confidence in the gym. You might have been the biggest guy in your gym and now you're coming in and you're not. So I think instilling that confidence in people, whether it's through the weightlifting, whether it's just through coming up and asking someone in the middle of their workout how their week's been going, or having someone come up to me and say that they need to change the movement, but they're uncomfortable about asking, and just giving them oh yeah, that's okay. Let's change this movement and let's do something else that's not going to put you in pain in the middle of this workout. And so that's really cool, just getting those confidence builders. And I'm big on that for people, is I think everyone within should just have the confidence in themselves, or whatever that might be. And it's hard to see people not have that. It's tough to see that when someone comes in. And so I really like kind of being really light. We know I'm a jokester for everyone that's listening to this in the class. I like to crack jokes or harass people a little bit in a fun way. And so it's just kind of letting people come out of their shells, whether, help that confidence come out, let their personal side come out, and be able to show that to everybody, because it's unique in everybody.
Awesome. Awesome.
It's an okay response.
Thanks.
It's okay.
Appreciate it.
No, it reminds me. So if you're a member that's listening to us, or I guess you're not a member, we brought up the idea, or we have, I guess it'd be kind of a mantra or a method of many with us as coaches that we try and implement as we're working people through in the spirit of confidence. And being able to do that is we as coaches, and Nick is really good. We're super great communicator and a good connector. But as coaches, firstly, we have to go inspire people to try and help them make changes where they haven't been able to maybe do themselves due to that confidence potentially, then go through and equip them with the tools, the education, the know-how, et cetera, to go do it. And then last but not least, go empower them to go and make it happen, right? So that's incredibly valuable. And you do a really good job, Nick, of transitioning them through the want to, all right, let's go do this and feel confident in it. So, and I think that's one of the major differentiators between like an average Joe coach or a pro coach. We always, are you a Joe or are you a pro? And I think pros understand that mantra. And the reason why I say, hey, if you're a member listening to this, is like, that's our cheat sheet. That's the memo. That's what we're trying to do with you, right? Like, we want to help be that motivation, that inspiration when it's really not there, but give you the tools to be disciplined, to equip you so that you can go fucking crush life inside and outside the four walls on your own. Anything else you guys want to wrap up with Mr. Nick Watson on?
Yeah, tell us some stuff that you like to do on your days off, your hobbies, your whatever you have fun with.
Man, well, things have changed, having an almost 2-year-old. You get to basically just chase him around at this point. My mom always joked that I was definitely going to get paid back in full for being kind of a little a-hole as a child. And I would say that my daughter and my son are giving that to me full force, both in different ways, completely different ways, but I'm getting it from all angles. But no, I like really big into sports. You'll catch me watching or talking a lot of trash for sports. Any of those kind of aspects, I truly just kind of have become kind of, I don't know what I want to call obsessed, but probably my wife would say I'm obsessed with working out. I just love fitness, and it's probably truly is like getting in and just relaxing myself so much. Some days she can tell if I haven't worked out. She'll just be like, you need to get away from me and go to the gym. So I do spend a lot of time there. But just being able to take and do experiences with my kids is really like the big thing now. I love to just find anything that we can to go and do, especially being here in a big city now, which was kind of one of the big reasons that we moved here, was to try and give them more experiences with many different people. And so that's been really cool to literally just, you can go to Google and I could probably find a million things to do on a Monday night in Arizona, and we can just go out and go.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, hang on.
If you're listening, Nick's frozen.
Nick's frozen a little bit. He'll come back. I have faith that he's going to come back around.
3,
Right.
2, 1, action.
And here we go, Nick. And here we go, Nick.
I think what he was gonna say was he really loves doing Pilates with his mom group. I know that he does that every Saturday. And he's part of a wine club. It's called Women's Wine Club Wednesday. They get together every Wednesday. They watch the Bachelorette. Oh, hey, Nick.
That's
Welcome
weird.
back.
You guys all freeze, but then I can hear you saying that I'm the one that's frozen.
Yeah.
Like, I'm moving here and I'm like, I'm not frozen.
Clearly you're the problem. Clearly you're the problem.
Clearly.
We were just we were filling them in on your Pilates and your Women's Wednesday Wine Club where you guys watch the Bachelorette.
I was just going to mention that. That is my favorite Wednesday night thing. You know, wine, wine and the Bachelorette. That's a good one.
But you were
Nice
just about to talk about how you were going to give a shout out to Cass and the family for their support of allowing you to do. I think there's something about that is where you were going. Your amazing wife.
They definitely put up with a lot and allowed me to do a lot. Let's put it that way. Yeah. I'm definitely the lost boys from Peter Pan.
Yeah,
you know, never gonna grow up. Never.
That's perfect. That's the way it should be.
I tell you what, man. The fit is a better place with the Watsons in it. That's for sure. We're happy to have you. It's been a year. I'm surprised it's only been a year and a half, to be honest.
I was actually thinking about it the other day, which was kind of funny when you asked me if I wanted to be on this. And that was kind of one of the things that you had mentioned was how many years, I've been on here. I was like, it feels like an eternity. I feel like I've been here a long time.
This has been a fucking drag, man.
Yeah.
I've really aged well with this place, I feel like.
Yeah. No, well, I tell you what, man. In summary, we're happy to have you, and we all echo to you. Just acknowledge it publicly and personally. You know this, but I appreciate your ability to yourself to inspect what you expect out of your clients, which is to be coachable, trainable, teachable, to have an open mind, to learn and grow, and to be able to be receiving. I know we've had a lot of conversations and dialogue over the year and a half on how can Nick be the best possible coach, so Nick can get whatever Nick wants out of his life in coaching. And, you've trusted in us and in me and the team to be able to help be a facilitator and a conduit to that. And we're grateful for that. And we love to continue to work with you. And we love seeing the work that you're doing with the members. Like Corey said, popping out PRs, popping out results, changing people's lives for the better. That's what this shit's all about at the end of the day. And you do a great job of that. And I just want to acknowledge that on this call. So we appreciate you, man.
Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. I mean,
it makes it easy, man, when you're lucky enough to be in a place like this, for sure. Around people coaches that'll help you and members that support you. It makes it super easy to do.
I was going to say, walking in, again, it's not easy walking into a community that's already been established, and you did a great job at engrossing yourself with people, endearing yourself with people. And, I think the ability that you have to, the fun talking shit to each other, I think that helps a lot. So that's always welcome. And so again, I echo what Corey and MJ said, is that, you're changing a lot of people's lives here for the better. So very cool, man. It's awesome stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys.
Sweet.
Cool.
Thanks, Corey, for all your kind words.
You're so welcome, dude. I tell you on a daily basis. Okay.
It should be noted that anytime these two knuckleheads are in the gym, it's like the rest of the team just looks, it's just like these guys, they don't stop. When I say these two knuckleheads, I mean Corey and Nick, but it's a healthy bunch of buffoonery. But Cassie calls it talking shit. The PC guy in me says connecting. Yeah. Right. But either way, it's fun. And we got to remember that this business needs to stay fun. And that's what members need, clients need, we all need to want to show up and to continue to show up. So thanks for keeping the connecting real.
Of course.
Hey, always
right.
taking the connection to a new level.
Right.
All right, brother. Hey, guys, and I'm talking to members and community out there. If you have ideas for topics, hit up YOUSHOULD at fitsocietyaz.com. Let us know because, again, we're doing this for 52 freaking episodes. And we want to be able to provide value. I think we're on 14, 15, maybe?
15.
15.
1-5.
We got some time to go. So feel free to send suggestions and yeah, anything else? Oh yeah, I guess it should be noted too for anybody listening to next week.
Yep.
Actually is I'm sorry, this weekend, this Sunday, but Monday of next week's our official 10-year anniversary, which is crazy and a big deal. So all members are more than welcome to join us Sunday at Foley Pool from 10 to 1. Come out, we'll feed you, give you some drinks, hang out, and just enjoy some fellowship. So hopefully we'll see everybody Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Don't forget, tell them to like and subscribe if you want more. Comment about it. Definitely. All the buttons.
I don't even know if we have those buttons, man.
You need to check with the guy that runs this podcast.
We don't even know who
who
does.
that is.
Let us check with them.
Yeah.
Do you guys know if we have the buttons? No.
Corey,
Okay, we don't have the buttons.
Buttons.
Yeah, we don't have them.
All right, guys.
Cool.
Nick,
Cool.
thanks for coming on, brother. Guys,
Thanks,
have a
guys.
good rest of your week. Love you long time.
Get you all there.
Adios.